The modern audience wants to cancel Schedule 1. And why? Because apparently the game is racist and transphobic. So let's find out!
Thank you for tuning in, guys. Welcome. We've got a very funny start to the week here. You know that game Schedule 1? You may have heard of it.
Yeah.
Very successful indie game that
Really successful indie game. I haven't played it yet. I don't know. I haven't really gotten around to it. I didn't buy it. I don't know. Do you guys want to watch me play this game? If you want me to play it, I could check it out if you guys wanted to. I don't know if this goes on YouTube. Leave a comment if you want me to play it. Yeah, let's keep going.
that launched a few weeks ago, where you get to play as a drug dealer, and yeah, it's essentially the game.
Yeah, that's basically Breaking Bad the game. The one thing I know about one of their controversies, quote unquote, that they had recently, the game is multiplayer? Wait, the game is multiplayer? Me and Rosie could actually play it together, maybe. Either way, moving on. One of the controversies that it had was that a game called, I don't know, was something like Drug Selling Simulator or something like that, is suing Schedule 1 because they just copied it, which they said on gameplay basis and UI basis or something. Which gameplay, bro? It's based on real life. What do you mean? It's a simulator. It simulates something that exists. So gameplay wise, bro, shut up. Just shut up. But UI-wise, I can't really say anything. I haven't seen either of the UIs, really. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of Schedule 1 from when other people played it, when Rosie played it, when Esmond played it, but I haven't seen the other game. That's suing, just investigating if it's copyright infringement. Alright, fair enough then.
Well, it's coming under fire from the activists, the modern audience activist sort of people. So that's always hilarious. We're going to take a look at a gaming journalist article on The Gamer, why they're mad at this game, and also a post over on Reddit. And really quick update on the VTuber thing I mentioned a few weeks ago, maybe like a month ago at this point. Probably not a month,
remember.
maybe like 3 weeks. But I mentioned I have this VTuber model that I've had for like a few years now, which I think some of you already know about, of course. But most people probably don't, because I never really use it, never get a chance to stream. It just doesn't fit into my schedule. And I want to start using it for certain videos here and there. I think that would be fun and help to add more content to the channel. And so we're going to start with this one, actually, and see how it goes. Quality assurance and all that great stuff. And the outlet The Gamer, which we're going to hop over to in just a second. You remember this outlet, right? Always appealing to the modern audience types. They were like constantly propping up Dragon Age the Veilguard, for example. Even writing an article titled, "How much of the internet's vitriol against Dragon Age the Veilguard feels manufactured?" Oh yeah, because people genuinely disliking this game. That can't be a thing, right? Like, it's got to...
Yeah. You know, people not liking something, no. This game is perfect. The game is perfect and amazing, and everyone loves it, and everyone who just hates it is a hater.
Be manufactured. It's got to be fake.
Are you covering his avatar? There's no avatar to cover.
Yeah, that's
See?
The Gamer.
There's nothing.
So, VTuber jump scare in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Okay, wow. Definitely crazy. What a change of pace, huh?
He's a cute little twink. Oh my god. He's a cute little twink. Oh my god. You know, he reminds me of Rimuru. Looks depressed.
So their outlet from, their article. Yeah, it's off to a great start.
Ah! I can, oh my god. I know this isn't the topic, okay? I know this isn't the topic, but I just want to be like, yo, here, hey, can I give you some tips? Yo, you, like, adjust like the slider? Yeah, and then this, oh my, I love helping people, man. I love helping people with their VTuber models. I don't know. It's just so fun.
6 hours ago, this article from...
Either way, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move our setup a tiny bit. We're gonna move the video over here, and you guys go over here on the left now.
6 hours ago on The Gamer. It's incredibly racist. Schedule 1 comes under fire for one of its achievements. I love how they picked this image to go at the very top. Like, yeah, you gotta show the cop body searching the character, as they call it, racist, huh? Social media calls for renaming or removing the Indian dealer achievement in Schedule 1. social media.
Social media calls for renaming or removing the Indian dealer achievement in Schedule 1 due to racist connotations. What if he's a dealer that's Indian? What does the achievement do? I hydrated, thank you.
I mean, like all of 5 people, right? Due to racist connotations, the achievement is the only one in the game specifying a race, rooted in a history of harmful stereotypes against indigenous people, an indigenous streaming group.
I'ma be honest. I have never heard of Indians being stereotypical drug dealers. Is that a stereotype? Like, this is the first I'm hearing of it. Like, huh?
Demands for the removal or renaming of the achievement to promote
Native American? What are you saying? Native Americans are not Indians. Indians are people from India. I have when they're like, so-and-so said something egregious, and then they never show what they said. You're talking about something that Americans have posted. So yeah, that's what Chris Columbus originally called them. Okay, but I feel like we're grasping at straws here, trying to make that connection. Like, I feel like we're grasping at straws. Are indigenous people known to sell drugs? Because that's the first time I'm hearing of that too. Like, you see? Yeah, see? Grasping at straws, since they're not known for that either.
Promote respect and inclusivity in games, excuse me. Here we go. A little before it reaches its 1-month anniversary, calls online have begun for Schedule 1 to change the name of its achievements due to racist connotations. The achievement...
Not selling, the term is giver? Okay. And what is it with the term being giver? The Indian giver term is a historical insult based on misunderstanding of Native American culture and practices. Indian giver is an old slang for giving something and taking it back. Okay, but the achievement is called Indian dealer. Let's watch the video. The Indian giver term is a story insult based on misunderstanding of Native American culture and practices. Okay, let's watch the video. Maybe he goes further into it.
Of one of its achievements due to racist connotations. The achievement was first noted by Twitter user Crow, who we're going to take a look at that in a second, who tagged the game's creator and said, "I'm loving the game, but can you remove this achievement? It's incredibly racist. The only achievement specifying a race." Oh my gosh, yeah, here's the tweet. You can see the Crow show. We already read the tweet on the...
Sell something to a customer, then pickpocket it back. That's the achievement. Sell something to a customer, then pickpocket it back. Indian dealer. Huh. You know, like, to me, as a bystander, to me who is non-American, to me who is, like, hearing this for the first time, I would be like, okay, why is this called Indian dealer, right? Why would that be called? Is it funny? Is it for Indian giver? Like, I don't know. I feel like all of this is just mental gymnastics. I feel like it's so far stretched. It was in our history books in the 80s and early 90s. Alright. You're talking about Native Americans. The stereotype came from the Native Americans supposedly giving land to the settlers because the land wasn't useful to them. When the settlers cultivated the land and made it nice, the natives wanted it back. That's what I heard the origin was. Okay. This feels like one of those things you hear growing up and never realize it means anything until people are jumping down your throat. I've never heard of it. I'm getting that feeling from this too.
Article, but here's the tweet itself. Let's take a look at the comments. We've got Shanna Lay saying, "Thank you for bringing attention to this. This is not someone who works on the game or anything, I don't think. This is a voice actor." Yeah, that's the English voice actor, huh? That's not surprising at all.
Hashtag indigenous.
Pixel Kitten. Oof. What else we got here? Why are people this easily offended on behalf of someone else as well, playing games about selling drugs and shooting people? I totally missed this, by the way. Look at this one. Crow responded to the person who said oof. It's like, yeah, I'm not sure what decade we're in, but I was shocked when I saw that. Oh, I was shocked, guys. I was like traumatized. Like, bro, get over yourself.
People are making an elephant from a mosquito a big problem from nothing. I feel like that too. I feel like It's a little bit blown out of proportion. I feel like I'm still in the way, like with my model, with him using his own model now. Gosh, this is the ref says the Sue issue all over again, man. This is the same issue all over again. Where do I go? Where do I go? Okay. Let's get the video back on the other side of the screen. Just turn Australian? Yeah, that would be a solution, wouldn't it? What an insufferable take. Oh my god, I burst out laughing when I saw the achievement. Like, this is something to me as a non-American, as someone, as a millennial, as someone who turned 30, I wouldn't even see that this is racist. I wouldn't even understand it. Like, to me, this would be something like, okay, question mark. You know, hide yourself down just far enough that he's resting his chin on your head. Oh my god. Would still be kind of rude to cover up his model, though. Where there's drama like that, it's usually Americans. That is true. Now, to be fair, if it is a term that was used racially, I would say it could be questionable to put it in there. Right? Could be. But if there's nothing else going on in the game that's like racist or anything, it's like literally just one tiny thing. It's like one thing which maybe he even like has connections to indigenous people. Maybe he's indigenous, right?
Burst out laughing when I saw this achievement. What an insufferable take. This other person also tags Tyler in Schedule 1 game, saying, also loving the game. Please don't cater to these fragile dorks that fall over themselves to virtue signal something that has zero impact on their lives. But of course, over at The Gamer, these journalists, they definitely think this is a very serious issue. Continuing with their article, they say, Crow's tweet was then followed up by Indie Horror Squad on social media, who released a lengthy statement. We love Schedule 1 and how creative it is, but we need to address something. One of the achievements in the game, Indian Dealer, is based on the harmful phrase Indian Giver. This term is rooted in a long history of racism and stereotypes against indigenous people. Even if the intent wasn't malicious, the impact still matters. Words like these reinforce false narratives and cause harm, especially when normalized in games we love. This is the only achievement in Schedule 1 tied to racist language. We're asking the developers to please consider removing or renaming this achievement. And yeah, once again,
I don't know. I'm split on this. Like, I don't think the guy's racist. I don't think it was like in a racist notion. I'm not a fan of the term Indian giver because that seems to be actual like a racist thing. Like from what you guys explain and from what I'm hearing here. Like, not a fan really of that. But if it wasn't used to harm people, people are making this out as if he just, like, killed someone. The death is from Australia, so are we talking about Aboriginals? I really don't know. I haven't played the game yet, anyway. This is such a mental gymnastics take. To me, it feels a little bit like a non-issue, something that where people are acting as if he literally just, I don't know, went out and committed hate crimes.
Again, we can see this tweet from Indie Horror Squad. Indigenous gamers, horror lovers, Twitch streamers, content creators reads the bio. Let's take a look at some of the responses here at the top, reading, look at the views to likes on these tweets. They respond saying, your point? All I see is that more people should care about what we are saying. Indigenous issues are often less engaged with. People would rather romanticize our culture and ignore the negatives that do affect us. How is Schedule 1 romanticizing anything? Like,
romanticize? How? What? 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 It's literally it's just a dumb joke, man. I mean, it's a dumb joke that you'd have to be an American millennial or older to even get literally, man. Like, this is... Oh my god.
What the frick? It's like an extremely not serious game. And then we got the comment below it reading, some of the people commenting here are clearly not well. All that's being asked is the potentially unaware dev. Yeah, the devs who intentionally added this are somehow unaware. Oh my gosh, look at some of these other comments. Excuse me. This is so unfortunate to learn about because I've really been loving the game. I hope this has changed quickly. Replying for the algorithm, as much sharing as possible. Would love to.
Okay, I want to see your guys' opinion on this because personally, I'm split. Like, I'm very split on this because it's like nothing we in Europe ever use as an insult or ever even heard about. Not even all Americans seem to have heard about this, Paul. Is the achievement racist? Yes. Yes, no. Let's poll it. What do you guys think? This is a game about drug dealing, that's it. Well, yeah, I do agree. It is a drug dealing game. No. One person saying yes. No. When I was in Canada, some people there treated term Indians as offensive, so I don't know. You know, I don't know. I actually, this is, I don't know, man. I don't think the term is really, like, Indian giver, at least, the term doesn't really seem nice. I don't know how, like, racially motivated it is, to be honest, if, you know. But this is... to me, it's like, it's so blown out of proportion is what it is. But it's Twitter. It's Twitter. Like, in the end, it's Twitter.
To see this corrected, shared, commented, linked. Get the word out there, y'all. Boosting this post. Like, comment, save, share. Take a look at some of the quote tweets we've got. This is extremely disappointing. I hope the developers learn something from this moment and change the name of this achievement immediately. I hope that Tyler in Schedule 1 game can see the replies to us just bringing this up and see the types who are supporting leaving messaging like this in a game. Brings out the worst of the anonymous racist cowards who think being 47, anonymous, and edgy is cool. The quote tweets go on and on. And I think I need to take back what I said earlier, actually. There's definitely more than 5 upset people. There might actually be dozens of them. Finally, back at the gamer, they say, the creator of Schedule 1.
You know what's funny is 90% of the people complaining, they're not even indigenous themselves. It's always people role-playing and LARPing as those defenders of the marginalized and the minorities and, you know. Like, that's what's really annoying me, that it's people trying to talk for other people. Like, 90% of it is Twitter.
Has yet to speak
Twitter,
on the Steam achievement, but we at The Gamer have reached out for comment. Yes, this is the very serious state of activism in the current year. But I also mentioned that there are also upset people over on Reddit. That takes us to this post from 3 days ago
shit.
On Our Hat Films saying, little heads up about Schedule 1. Just saw a post from Mousy about there being some racist/transphobic jokes in the game.
Not transphobic too? Well,
Some seem to be achievement names and pretty small references. I'm not sure how far in advance the sessions have been recorded, but thought it might be worth mentioning in case that's something the boys would want to edit out. So yeah, I'm not familiar with these YouTubers at all, Hat Films, and I went to look for that post that they allegedly made, but I couldn't find it. Maybe they deleted it or something, or I just couldn't find it. I checked on like Twitter, YouTube community post, and also Blue Sky. And then we've got some responses here. Let's see. I mean, one of the very first customers you can get is named Peter File. Lowbrow humor seems to be almost the whole.
His name is what? His name is what? Peter File? Does he know Mo and Lest? Is there a Peter File calling for Mr. Peter File?
Game's premise. The OP saying, lowbrow is one thing, and I don't have an issue with it at all. It's just when it drifts into harmful tropes that it feels a bit off. We live...
okay. Oh, did I just... Okay.
Game's premise. The OP saying, lowbrow is one thing, and I don't have an issue with it at all. It's just when it drifts into harmful tropes that it feels a bit off.
Who is being harmed by it being an achievement? Like, let's be honest. Words can only do as much damage as people take words serious. So who is getting harmed? Who's actively getting harmed by the name of an achievement that's hidden in a game that you have to do something specific for, that's on Steam, that you need to buy first? You need to play games to begin with. Who in their right mind is getting harmed? No one. The modern audience. Is the modern audience in the room with me right now, by the way? Is the modern audience here? To them it's on because it's allowed to exist and it got hundreds of years of oppression compounding it. No, doesn't make sense. No, never makes sense. Is there?
We live in the most progressive era of all time. It's about time people started to realize that intent and context is all that matters. Hat films are not transphobic, so no jokes they share have ill intent.
Sherlock?
And the OP responding once again saying, my post absolutely wasn't meant as a dig at the boys. One of the things that I really appreciate about them is how inclusive they are. It was merely meant to make them aware of stuff in the game that they might not be aware of, that could put out the wrong kind of vibe. I know if I was putting stuff out there that I didn't realize included some iffy stuff, I'd want someone to let me know. We'll take a look at two.
I'm sorry, but there's no way in hell the guy didn't know what it is supposed to mean, right? Why else would he have made it that achievement? The person who put it in there knew what they were doing. Like, it's just... I don't think he's racist, though. I don't think so. It was an edgy joke, if anything.
Two more comments here. This one reading, is that for the achievement Indian dealer? Sell something to a customer, then pickpocket it back? Isn't that referencing Indian giving? Wikipedia says, it is based on cultural misunderstandings that took place between the early European colonists and the indigenous people with whom they traded. Personally, I have heard the term Indian giver, but never realized it has pejorative connotations. The OP saying, that was one of the examples I saw in that thread, yeah. Okay, so it's a Reddit thread. Maybe I can find that then. We'll take a look after this if I can find it. And this response saying, who cares? It's all in jest. But the OP says, the people being joked about in demeaning ways might care. While intent does matter, excusing stuff is just...
The people being joked about, so not him. So what he's saying, not him. Because he's not the one being joked about. So he's literally playing, what do you call it, social justice warriors, right? No one's ever using that anymore. He's defending the poor, marginalized people. Let me be offended on your behalf, literally. Victim by proxy, yeah.
In jest can lead to some pretty nasty ideas being normalized in the long run. And then we've got...
Sorry, but I just... Like, these people, they got nothing else going on in their life. They need to be on the internet. They need to play a hero for people that don't care about them. Because there's nothing else going on for them. This is how they spend their entire day long. They go out looking for this stuff. They go out looking for this stuff, go out making issues on Twitter about it, go out making issues on Reddit about this, and then they feel good because they think they stood up for something. But they don't actually go out and do something about it. They just type on the keyboards. Literal keyboard warriors.
In jest can lead to some pretty nasty ideas being normalized in the long run. And then we've got this exchange, which also explains why they're accusing it of being transphobic. Reads, I noticed while watching YouTube shorts that there was an effect on one of the strains of bud, that said, genderizing. And of course it changed the smoker's gender. Because apparently, of course, Caitlyn Jenner is the first thing people think of when they...
Okay. Come on. There was an effect on one of the strains that said genderizing. And of course it changed the smoker's gender because apparently, of course, Caitlyn Jenner is the first thing that people think of when they think of anything trans. So what, man?
They think of anything trans. It left a bad taste in my mouth after that, and I won't be looking to engage with this other than watching some YouTubers play it.
So they will not play it, but they will still support someone else playing it. Just you can't even make jokes about C-list celebrities anymore. I don't know what C-list is, but you can't joke about anything anymore. I'm reacting to a VTuber, reacting to a VTuber, reacting to a VTuber, reacting to a YouTube comment section. Not exactly. Almost, though.
OP saying, yeah, that was one of the ones that I saw referenced. Maybe I'm just particularly vigilant about it because of how scary things are for the trans community at the moment, but I still think it's something worth highlighting so it doesn't get too normalized. This response saying, or it's poking fun at Jenner because of the fact they transitioned, then turned on others who transitioned. And lastly, this
damn, I didn't even know that.
Exchange, where this comment says, I mean, is it more inclusive to also mock everyone? It's more of a celebrity reference than an outright transphobic one.
Literally, this, and one of my chatters also just said it. Where was it? Chat is going too quickly for me. Just saying, if you want a community to be normalized, you need to let them be joked about. Exactly, Eric. Exactly. 100% that. If you can't even make a joke about yourself, what are you doing? People have made jokes about themselves and about others for years, for decades. Like, bro.
Though I suppose it is highlighting the gender change specifically, though it's not a negative. Caitlyn Jenner is simply the most well-known transgender person, the same way Tropic Thunder is so obviously the choice for a skin color change. But the OP says, mocking/joking about everyone equally only really works if everyone's on equal footing to begin with, really, which sadly isn't the case right now. This Little James Acaster bit illustrates it pretty nicely. Oh, but look, there's actually one more response. This one got -7 downvotes and reads, lol, seriously? So ultimately I couldn't find the thread that was being referenced here. Took a look for it, couldn't find it, don't know what that's all about, but I suppose the OP explained everything in this thread anyways.
Yeah.
We'll close by going back to the gamer. Once again, their article, it's incredibly racist, Schedule 1 comes under fire for one of its achievements. Let me know what you think about their article. Let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this segment. Hope you enjoyed the VTuber model and all that. And if you did enjoy, please consider liking and or subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. See you in the comments and in the next one.
In the end, it's all grandstanding.
Thank you for tuning
in, trying
guys.
To be better than other people. I will do as I always have done. Make fun of everyone equally. Literally. Comes under fire by a few people on Twitter and Reddit. Yeah. Never take Twitter and Reddit serious. Never. Never do. The people that operate there on the daily and that basically have their entire life being centered around those platforms, they got nothing better going on in their life. They got nothing better going on in their life, man. And I know I'm a victim of this too sometimes, that I do get lost in the sauce where I start arguing with people because I'm chronically online too, I know. So I say this to you and to me, just ignore them. Just try to ignore them. Make fun of them, like point and laugh. So don't try to argue with them. It's easier if you don't talk to them because then they don't have anything to talk to, right? But I get lost in the sauce myself, so I'm not blaming you, I'm not blaming me, but it's easy. It's easy to like fall into the trap of them. I wish there was good jokes about my disability. My disability is boring. For a moment there I thought you said your disability is being boring, but no. Sorry, my bad. Not to mention I'm making a big stink over something so small. It just makes other people make fun of them even more. That too, I'm sorry, man. I apologize. No, that's mine. He's not a woman. Benny! No!